Stream of consciousness. Let it fly. It is what it is. Fuck YouTube. Free thought. Maybe talking some truth, maybe talking some shit. Opinions that matter, opinions that don't even fucking matter. Well, there's only one way to sum this up. This YouTube channel, it's whatever. And that's the way I like it. Don't be scared. Just fucking build. But staying woke, staying woke, that shit don't mean don't go to sleep. Just understand. That's one thing that, that the pandemic was showing. It's like, okay, everything's gonna close down. We're gonna take your business from you, all that shit. But you know what we're gonna leave open? We're gonna leave open fast food, liquor stores, and weed dispensaries. There you go, right there. That lets you know exactly what the government thinks about its people. Let's just replay that. Just bottom line, think about the shit. I'ma starve you motherfuckers. And the only thing I'ma give you is fast food, some liquor, and some weed. And you gotta wait until I get ready to feed you again. That's the government. That's what the fuck happened. You understand what I'm saying? That pandemic shit, there's so many layers there. So many layers. And what bugs me the fuck out is Americans, by and large, laid down and took that shit. You know what I'm saying? It showed you, among so many other lessons, that fear is the strongest motherfucking emotion. Now love, that's the greatest one, but love ain't the strongest one. I can put you in a dark ass room, so dark you can't even see your hands in front of your face, and all the love you got in the world ain't gonna stop you from sitting up there wondering if there's something else in this room with you. You're gonna start feeling fear. You're gonna start feeling it. The unknown. Like I said, man, if it wasn't for George Floyd, that was a way that everybody got their stress out. That's what it was. Like I said, I sat back and I just watched it because I ain't had nothing else to do, just like everybody else. Everybody sitting in their house, getting upset, getting tired, some of them getting scared. But you can only keep a human being like that for so long before sooner or later they're gonna revolt. Sooner or later they're gonna say, fuck this shit, I wanna get back outside. And then George Floyd happened. Now just consider this shit. Unprecedented in my lifetime. The government allowed motherfuckers to protest, right? Not a big deal, right? But then the states literally allowed people to riot. I think in New York, fucking Governor Cuomo. Cuomo was like, he was like, yeah, you know what? I'm with the protesters. But wait a minute, Cuomo, they motherfuckers, they fucked up. They went down, they fucked up some cops. No, I'm with the protesters. Ain't that some shit? You understand what I'm saying? It's just like, you gotta think about that. Listen, all of those people in suits in the government, if we're gonna actually just break it down into the whole who wears suits and who affects laws in this country, right? You talking about 50,000, I might be missing a zero, it might be 500,000. That's the government. All the motherfuckers government. Every single fucking one of them. And then put that number against the people that live here, which is over 300 and some million, yo. You understand what I'm saying? Those motherfuckers in suits, they smart. They have to be smarter than over 300 million people, man. They have to be able to predict all of these motherfuckers. Because if we fuck this up, these 300 million people, they will go ape shit and surround the White House and possibly kill all of us. They'll come to our homes because they can find our homes. This is the era of being able to find people's homes. They will find our homes and tear them down and kill us. So we have got to be smarter than over 300 million people. Most of these people, mind you, are registered gun owners. You really have to consider how smart, how conniving, how one step ahead of you motherfuckers the government has to be in order to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? All of you staying woke and shit like that. That's some shit black people come up with, and y'all let white people take it. That's what the fuck y'all did, because again, I'm older. Stay woke. I remember that shit came out. The only thing that shit meant was, stay aware. Use your third eye. Overstand. That's all it meant. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't to actually don't go to sleep at night and shit and turning it into some sort of political shit like, oh yeah, these woke ideologies. Y'all let white people take it. And when white people take it, they run with it. Give a nigga a rope, they want to be a cowboy. That's what the white people did. The motherfuckers like, oh, it's woke? Okay, yeah, we're going to grab that shit. We're going to run with it. And they shit it all over it. They made woke a bad thing when before it was actually a good thing. It was like, yo, my brother, stay aware. Stay aware, man. Just stay one step ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? Because this government don't have your best interests at heart. And now since everybody done ran with woke and mess, man, what happened? Y'all motherfuckers literally don't get no sleep. Everything the government doing. Now y'all motherfuckers like, oh shit, well, what are they really trying to do? What are they really trying to do? And y'all learning slowly but surely that it ain't easy being a person of black culture, is it? You understand? What are these motherfuckers doing up there? What do they got in store for us next? But it don't mean you don't get no sleep. It don't mean that everything is a conspiracy. It don't mean that shit. Sometimes it is what the hell it is. Sometimes a snake is nothing but a fucking snake. So all them people in suits that make up the government, that's what they do. They're businessmen. Why do you think there's such a thing as lobbyists in this country? They businessmen. And they understand money because this is a capitalistic government. So it's about what you have and how I can sell it. Or how can I make money off it, really? Because that's what it really is. That's why I'm selling it. I'm not selling it because it's going to make people happy. I'm not selling it for that. I'm selling it to get rich. This is capitalism. And guess what? Around the world, people care about how much you have too. That's how the world is. You understand what I'm saying? But staying woke, staying woke, that shit don't mean don't go to sleep. Just understand. That's what it is. It's understand. If the government come out with some shit and they say, hey, look, people, we want to help y'all, so we're going to be handing out free weed on the streets. 100% legal free weed. Now remember, a snake is a snake. You don't have to overthink it. A snake is a snake. And if you keep playing with a snake, at some point, it's a reptile. It's going to bite you, yes? So there's no reason to stay woke. If the government come out offering free weed on your street corner, right, with no jail time included or anything like that, then all you have to do is understand that, you know what, in this government, they've never given a fuck about our health. They've never given a damn about our mental state. And they damn sure not gonna give us something for free in a capitalistic government. Now, if our government was different, then the rules would be different, but this is capitalism. So this free weed that they're giving out in this hypothetical, you know that whatever the strain is, there's something deeply sinister about this fucking weed. You understand? And you ain't gonna find out about it until later. And in the meantime, they watching what happens with y'all because they want to see what this weed does. They want to see what it does to the American people. You understand? See, just like that. You don't have to stay up at night to figure that out. Just understand what you're dealing with. I'm seeing a lot of people really being stressed out trying to figure out what the government's up to, trying to figure out what they up to. These are devils, my dude. The devil has plans within plans. Whatever you figure out, you haven't figured out the entire extent of it, I guarantee you. You haven't. Because the devil has been going on and doing these things for far too long for you to understand. That's why you have so many of these old motherfuckers in the government. Because they've been doing this for a long time. There's a lot of stuff they know where a lot of shit is buried. Bodies and information. They know where it's buried. And to bring some young ass punk in there, especially one of these new school motherfuckers that can't keep their fucking mouth shut. That's why you have so many of these old people. Because one person, one loose lip can sink the entire devilish ship. So best believe, the only way you're going to turn this government around, it has to be a one-time influx of nothing but new blood. It can't be, this is a new guy, he's coming in, or she's a woman, she's coming in. They trickling in. See how they trickle in? They've already been vetted. They've already been interviewed, you know what I'm saying? That's their whole shit. You have to be willing to play the game. I forgot who this chick is, and they asked her, it's a black chick. What is a woman? Well, a woman, she's not even gonna sit back and say what a woman is. That lets you know. Well, she's black. That skin shit don't mean nothing. Do you not see that a human is a fucking human? If they a snake, then they a snake. A snake sheds its skin. So today, the snake is black and down. Tomorrow, the snake is down with something else. They shed skin. That's what reptiles do. You know what I'm saying? So, you gotta understand. You ain't never staying woke. You ain't never staying that kind of woke. You cannot conceive the depths of the plans when it comes to the devil and the devilish behavior of these people. It's not for you to do that. To do so, if you had the information, it would be information that would haunt you. You're not supposed to have that information. What you do is you stand on righteousness. That's what you do. You stand with God because God is the creator and God is the great destructor. And you put a little Jesus in your life because that's merciful. Because no well-rounded human being is one way. You can't be, oh, it's God and that's it. That's not how human beings are. Because we fall, and you got to be willing to have mercy when people fall. You understand what I'm saying? You can't go through life, oh, it's God and that's it. What would God do and that's it? Well, you know what? You're right. What would God do? God would destroy us all. That's exactly what the fuck he would do. So according to the story, his son was born here. And once his son was born here, we were all granted mercy. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to staying woke, nah, that's not how it works. You understand who you are and you understand who other people are. You accept who they are. You don't worry about them changing. That's up to them to change. That's up to the universe. That's up to God to teach them for them, because you cannot, and I'm gonna repeat, you cannot tell somebody, don't do this. Well, don't get me wrong. You can tell them don't do it, right? But they have to realize that the shit is wrong what they doing. Because if they don't realize it, then guess what the fuck they gonna do? They gonna double down. You know, dude, I remember the crack era. You understand? Yo, man, don't take crack, man. That shit is bad. And I was like, man, motherfucker, I'm grown. I do what the fuck I want to do. This crack ain't, this shit ain't bothering me like that. This crack ain't, and the whole time, this motherfucker got a refrigerator on his back and shit, you know, looking to sell a refrigerator just for a vial of crack. And if he, you know, they have to realize, like, oh shit, I'm a legit crackhead. Maybe that realization comes when they a man and they got a dick in their mouth and shit like that, just for a fucking vial of crack. Maybe that's when the realization happens. But when it happens, that's when they ready to turn around. You know what I'm saying? Again, if you really woke, then you're knowledgeable. That's what it is. You're knowledgeable. You accept the snake as the snake. You accept the woman that has whorish behavior as a woman that has whorish behavior. You accept them. And so when you accept them, then there's nothing to stay woke about. You just understand. You understand. That's all it is. That's all it is.